Welcome to your Extra Shot of Sunrise. I'm Carlos Diaz, along with Julia Moffett joining us this morning. I wanted Julia to be on because, for selfish reasons, I have not gotten my wife anything for Mother's Day yet, so I need Julia's feedback. If you have in the comment section below, if you're watching right now, and you want to give me some tips on what Mother's Day presents I can get for my wife, for my mom. My mom's cool. She's like, give me a card, tell me you love me, you're good. But it's the wife that I'm worried about.
You've got to treat her very special, by the way. And I suggested a little bit of alone time. I know she's very busy with those two little kiddos of yours, and you guys do a lot of traveling on the weekends, especially for your golfing.
Yeah, so she
give a little pampering.
Exactly, I like that. All right. Well, we start with a very, very tough topic to talk about. When this news came down, Julia, over the weekend, man, it devastated everyone who heard it. The prom crash from Saturday night. Two teens, Lyndon Byram and Caleb Hart, along with two friends, were in a car accident Saturday night after being T-boned by an SUV. Vigils were held across the metro to remember these teens. They were on their way to see Caelan's mom, who was working on graduation invites, and we are told the two friends suffered non-life-threatening injuries, the two friends that were in the car with them. Caelan was a senior at Hamilton Heights High School. Lyndon was a junior at Cathedral High School. We don't know the name of the person who was driving the other car or if they're going to face charges. We'll probably learn that later today. Police do not believe alcohol or drugs were involved. Caelan's mom says there are two fundraisers to help with funeral expenses. If you'd like to contribute, we have a link on our website at WTHR.com. But Julia, I know that you have two kids. I have two kids, and it's just you can't help but think of your own kids when you hear about this.
Yeah, it's all you think about is, you know, when they're on their own and they're teenagers and they're driving to prom and they're excited, and just to know that those are the last pictures of those two that were taken before they left is just heartbreaking.
So sad. All right, let's move on to another story of heartbreak as well.
Yeah, so the final funeral for the FedEx victims, the final one happened this week. This is for the family of John Steve Weisert. They're planning a service for Wednesday morning at St. Luke Catholic Church on the north side. Weisert was 74 and was actually the oldest of the 8 victims. It's been just over 2 weeks since a gunman shot and killed them at the FedEx ground facility in Indianapolis.
All right, so, you know, two tough stories to talk about, and such heartbreak when we hear about those stories. And like I said, we're going to have much more on WTHR.com. It's tough to transition from that into anything, so let's just talk about some good mornings that are coming from some people right now. We've got good Yvette, John, Barbara, Cherie, Linda, John, all saying good morning. Beth, by the way, says they have nice hanging plants and potted plants at Wilson's Farm Market. There we go. All right, so Beth, thank you so much. Erica saying good morning. And then a lot of people talking about how heartbreaking those first two stories we did. All right, so the Pacers had an amazing Saturday night. They broke records like you wouldn't believe at Oklahoma City. Our Pacers were breaking records left and right. Look at this. This is a kind of a way to break it down. The Pacers handed the Thunder the largest home loss in the history of the NBA. 152-95. I mean, that is unbelievable. We had 21 made three-pointers, the most in franchise history. Domantas Sabonis, he had a triple-double before halftime. Indiana led by as much as 67 points, which is the biggest lead in 25 seasons in the NBA. And we did this all without our heavy hitters like Malcolm Brogdon and Miles Turner. They weren't even in the game. So, I mean, unbelievable stuff. As I mentioned, Sabonis had that triple-double before halftime, making him only the 4th player in 25 seasons to do that. We'll see if our Pacers can keep it going tonight when they take on the Washington Wizards in D.C. at 7 o'clock. But I mean,
so they're doing well, right?
Well, we did well Saturday night. We're still 30-33, 3 games below 500, and we're still kind of at the bottom of the playoff hunt. They have a play-in game this year, or a play-in series of games, and we might be flirting with that. But I mean, we looked like, you know, the best team in the NBA on Saturday night, so there you go.
All right. Well, okay, so what about Mother's Day? We've been talking about that. So it is this Sunday, by the way, if you have not thought about that. So here are some of what the experts are suggesting if you haven't picked out a gift for your mom just yet. So Retail Me Not says 75% of people will get a gift for a special woman in their lives this Sunday. Retail Me Not also says the top 3 gift suggestions for Mother's Day are an orchid subscription, but that just seems to me that means because you kill plants if you need a subscription that you get one every month.
Yeah.
A book club membership.
Okay.
I like that as well.
Okay.
Or a nice dinner that you can pick up curbside. So I know that you've been asking viewers here this morning if they have any great suggestions. That the hanging pot is always a really good one. Any others?
No, people are saying go Pacers, awesome Pacers. Yvette says awesome. Glenn says go Pacers. Okay, so let me ask you this directly, Julia. A choice between clothing or technology. Which one would you like better?
Technology.
Really?
For sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
yes.
as men, we can't pick out clothes. We're terrible at that.
Exactly. That's I didn't want to say it to you that way, but I will tell you the gift my husband got me, and he gave it to me early. They are Bose. I wish I. Oh, I have them. Hang on.
Right there. Go get them.
Oh my gosh.
Bose headphones. Yeah. Oh no, the sunglasses.
The sunglasses.
Oh my gosh.
These are the coolest thing because hang on. I've got to figure this out.
You turn them on.
You turn them on.
Yeah, I can hear them.
And then you just hook it up. And remember what I said my favorite song was, or one of my favorite.
Oh, there we go. I can hear it through your microphone right there. That is so
Can you
cool.
hear it?
I can. But Zach Brown.
Yeah. Right in.
See, you have to watch Extra Shot to see Julia Moffat put on sunglasses with speakers in them. So now, are there little headphones there?
They play right in your ear, and you can. I had them up a little loud so that you could hear it through a microphone. But and you still hear everything around you. It's not. My husband was. We were sitting on the beach one day, and he was over there just. And I was like, What, are you listening to music? And he said, yeah.
Awesome.
And they're these. And so I was like, well, I would like a pair of those, please. I love them.
I love Barry because he gets cool gifts for you. If you go to Julia's Instagram page, you can see another cool gift he got for the whole family this weekend. And Julia showed me a fan that she got that's like James Bond, where the fan blades come out, and it's really cool. So I'm going to hang out with Barry.
I mean, honestly, he's the best. Like, he finds all of it because he's an engineer, and he just loves technology.
Okay.
He loves anything new, anything. He's hilarious.
If you see my wife walking around with those sunglasses, you know I've totally copied off you.
I think you should do it. I think you should do it.
All right. Well, Julia and I have not been single for many years, but dating was a lot different when you and I were single, Julia.
This is true. So now there is a music dating app. So with more people getting vaccinated, some may feel more comfortable going out on a first date face to face. But if you're sick of the old dating apps, maybe they haven't worked for you, this one focuses on your taste in music to help match you with a potential date.
It's one of the first questions on a first date. What's your favorite band?
It's kind of cool. You can, discover new music and make a music match at the same time.
Rachel Van Nortwick has developed a new dating app that gets the icebreakers right out of the way and has music lovers saying, finally.
We start with your Spotify listening history, so we pull that in, and then we ask you questions about how often you like to go see concerts, or what was your the first band that you got into, what's your favorite genre, things like that. But not too many questions, but enough to sort of build out your music profile.
And is that sort of the idea behind that music is maybe something that's common in relationships, maybe gelling right off the bat?
I always kind of say, look, you still have to be compatible in other ways, right? But we do know music, from a scientific perspective, does create dopamine in the brain. It's the same thing as sort of a romantic spark. Music elevates mood, it has healing properties. So there's a lot more to just music than a matching criteria.
Awesome stuff there. While we were watching that piece, by the way, a great piece by John Doran, I just learned something. So Julia, you met your husband how?
So a blind date, sort of. He went to Rose-Hulman. I went to Indiana State, and I worked with his roommate's girlfriend, and so they were like, "Let's go out on a date."
But you had a pre-blind date, though?
Because we were kind of nervous about it, so we had a pre. This was before the internet and all the. Well, there was the internet, but I mean, all of these datings and I guess I should say the social media where you could go. So he came into the restaurant and we kind of just did a visual and we're like, okay, hey, nice to meet you. Okay, whatever, which is terrible. Like normally we would just go to someone's Instagram page now, right? And be like, oh yeah, he's attractive.
Cyberstalk him.
So we were so nervous about the date. We were coming here to Indianapolis that we went and had a hamburger at Wendy's.
Nice.
And when he dropped me off, I said to my roommate, I'm going to marry that man.
That's a great story. You can't top that. We need to end right there on that. For Julia Moffett, I am Carlos Diaz. Love is in the air. He's buying Mother's Day presents, and before the rest of us, he's a great guy. Barry, you are the man. Great stuff. We'll see you guys tomorrow right here on Extra Shot.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.